Hello everyone and welcome back to the newest episode of Brooksburk Zoo. First of all, we are going to have a look at what we did in last episode, and for a second I had to think about what we did last episode because I couldn't really remember. But yeah, it's crystal clear right now. We filled the gap between the living desert and our little Asian area with a habitat for the cute little red pandas, and we are going to have a look at them in a second, and afterwards we are going to continue building finally on the left side from our entrance. There is something that I wanted to build for a long time, and I told you in the last episode that we need to build a new staff area there, because when we are going to build our huge building, our huge animal house in a very classical style, like palace castle type of style, we definitely need a new staff area over there as well. So that's what's going to happen in today's episode. So if you are looking for a new animal in Brooksburk Zoo, there's not going to be a new one in today's episode. We're just building the new staff area, but I also have something very special prepared for you guys, so that you won't just see me build simple buildings with some staff facilities inside of them. I also built something that I was planning for a long time, and someone of you guys is waiting for that for a long time, I think. So huge inspiration was PS Vision Gaming. I told you guys many times about this guy that builds the craziest stuff in this game, builds cities and parks and petting zoos and whatsoever. Definitely check him out. You don't want to miss what he's creating in this game, because it's just incredible and such an inspiration for me and for many others as well. The inspiration for today's build was a greenhouse, a little greenhouse that he was building for his park area in Salan's Adventure Zoo. I hope I said it correctly. He built a park there and a petting zoo, and very close to the petting zoo is this little greenhouse, and I was so amazed by this building that I thought I want to build something like that for myself as well. And that's finally going to happen today. I thought a long time about what I want to build it for. First of all, I thought we're going to build a massive, huge greenhouse with tropical plants inside of it, and with finally with the habitat for the sloth in there as well. But I thought, as we are building right now the staff area with doctors and keeper huts and what else we need in the game, I thought it would be nice to have a little greenhouse where we are producing our own fruit and vegetables in there. So this is going to happen later in the episode. But first of all, I was building this first building here, which is going to be something like a clinic with a little quarantine area that I'm building right now here. It is very similar to what we did in Litchfield Zoo as well. I also built a clinic there, and I also had something like this quarantine area right next to the building. I believe it's also the same side. So it's some smaller cages with some concrete floor, which is easy to clean, and not much enrichment items or stuff like that in there, because animals would be kept in there only for so long until they can go back into their habitat or can finally move into their habitat. Usually animals in zoos are in these quarantine areas when they first arrive at the zoo from A, the wilderness, or B, from another zoo. so that they can get checked for any diseases they might have, so that you don't spread that disease between all the animals that you actually do have in the zoo. So it's just a security measure. Okay, so there's this 3 little exhibits in here, one smaller, a medium one, and a big one in the middle, so that there actually could be different animals in there. Definitely no hoof stock or something. I think they are much more prepared for smaller animals, for birds maybe. Maybe we get them at some point in the game. I just don't know. I'm still hoping. That would be so awesome and overdue. Yeah, as I said, for birds or smaller mammals like monkeys, small cats, rodents, or whatever, smaller mammals, not the big ones, I think. Yeah, so there's that. And once we are finished with this build right here, next week we are going to finally start with our huge indoor animal enclosure. I had a survey on my YouTube channel, I still have it on, and you guys could vote for which type of house it is going to be. So I said you could vote for cats, especially big cats, for pachyderms, I hope I pronounced that correctly, which means animals like elephants, rhinos, tapirs and stuff like that, or for monkeys and apes. So we have a little problem with that survey, because right now it is Monday 7:30 p.m. and right now we do have a tie between pachyderms and monkeys and apes. So I made a decision, because my least favorite would have been monkeys and apes to build for, because as you guys know, I don't love building climbing structures for animals, and if we were going for monkeys and apes, we have to do a lot for them. So I decided, if it is a tie, I'm going to be the one that's deciding in the end which one I'm choosing. And as it is it was 36% monkeys and apes and 36% pachyderms. I also do have a hard time for the pachyderms, because I love them. I really would love to build something for them, but I think it is going to be hard to combine it with the style of building that I'm going for. So if you think of something like a castle or something like that, you actually don't think about a house for elephants. How would you build something like that for elephants in the indoor area? So I'm not quite sure. But as I said, just for a second right now, I thought I'm going to tell you, oh my god, F it, I'm going for monkeys. I'm going for monkeys because I just don't know how to make it work for pachyderms. But we're going to do it for pachyderms. I also asked my community on Discord. You can find the link to my Discord channel in the video subscription and the video info here on YouTube, so you can join my Discord. I asked my folks on the Discord channel for which continent we should go if it is pachyderms. Should we go for African or for Asian? And all of them said they wanted Asian. So we are going to build a big building for Asian pachyderms. So you will see Asian elephants, Indian rhinos, and also the Malayan tapir. and that is going to take place next week here in Brooksburk Zoo. We're definitely not going to finish the whole building and the indoor habitats and the outdoor habitats. I'm trying to focus on one animal at first, with which one we are going to start, or at least we are going to start with building the indoor section of the house, and then afterwards doing the habitats. I just don't know what I'm going to do first, but right now I think we are going to focus on one animal first. So that's what's going to happen next week. I'm very excited for that, and I'm also very frightened because, yeah, as I said, I just don't know how to make this work. I think I have to Google a lot and find something that in the end would make sense. Yeah, exciting. Okay, so back to the building. You can already see that the clinic is almost finished. I also added a small parking lot for our staff here, which is going to be extended in a few minutes because we need much more space for all the people that work here in Brooksburk Zoo and that are arriving with their cars and park their cars right there. Yeah, and something else that I wanted to talk about with you guys. I had a busy weekend. I don't know if I told you, but I think I mentioned it at some point. We had our first, I wouldn't call it event, it was more like a meeting, but not like a business meeting. We had our first community meeting. Some of the people in my community that are also content creators in Germany, and I decided we want to finally meet up and meet in person, because we never seen ourselves in person. So we decided we wanted to do something like this. So we went to Magdeburg, booked a hotel there, went to the zoo, and just had a great day there. Went to dinner afterwards. It was very much fun, and it was a pleasure to meet all these people that channel, which is going to be a shared live stream from me and Gaming Badass. We're going to have a look at Dubai Zoo, as we always do in my live streams, which is our community zoo, where everyone from my community is allowed to build in there, and we're just having fun with building crazy stuff. And but that's not all that's going to happen next Wednesday, because I told you guys almost half a year ago that we are going to have another contest on my channel pretty soon. And yeah, it's time. So there's going to be an announcement for the next contest that is going to take place. I'm not going to tell you guys anything about it, because yeah, it's going to be a surprise, and I hope lots of you tune in. If you don't have time to tune in, it will take place at next Wednesday, August 30th, as I said, at 8 p.m. Yeah, at 8 p.m. European Standard Time. Central European Standard Time, I think it is. Yeah, I think it is. But you can also see it at the beginning of next week. There's going to be an announcement on YouTube as well. And if you can't manage to come into the live stream, don't worry, you guys. There's also going to be a video in German language and in English language, where I tell you guys everything about the challenge that you have to know. So just look out on my YouTube channel and you will get all the information that you need. There will be great prizes again. You can win something, of course, if you be part of the challenge, and if you take part at the challenge. And yeah, it's going to be pretty fun, and I think it is something that I haven't seen before as a challenge theme. And yeah, we're very excited for that, so definitely tune in if you can. It's going to be a live stream, and usually I'm doing the live streams in German language, but for this special live stream I'm going to do the announcement in English, and Gaming Badass is going to do the announcement in German language, so that every one of you guys can understand what we are looking forward for you guys to do in the next challenge. So once again, if you're interested, tune in next Thursday, August 30th at 8 p.m. Central European Standard Time, I call it right now. So it's the time in Germany. I'm pretty sure you can find out when that is. Okay. So, but finally, back to Brooksburk, we are here and building the greenhouse. This actually was my second attempt for that, because the first attempt just didn't work out as planned. Because I started with building the walls for the outside of the greenhouse, and afterwards I built the roof. So this part right here, and the building pieces just didn't match. So I decided to delete the whole thing and just start anew, and this time to start with the roof and then build the plain and simple wall pieces, which is a lot more easier to do, as you can see right now. So those pieces finally do match. Yeah, and I also used these metal beams yeah, to make those pieces in between look a little bit more prominent, so that you can easily see those singular pieces, and also to close the gaps in between those pieces as well. Yeah, using those temple pieces for the fundament of the building, and then creating a door for our staff members that won't be able to go in there because the path doesn't lead through the building. But actually we could do that. That wouldn't be a problem at all. So the last thing to do is to build the pieces on the side of the building. And then we are going to build the roof. So it's not too hard to build something like that. But you have to think about a lot so that all those pieces actually do match in the end, because we are going to have a problem in a few minutes, which I think I deleted because the building was not long enough. So I had to disconnect those pieces once again and make the building one piece longer, or was it 2 pieces, so that actually I was able to build the roof. Yeah, it was a little bit tricky to find out which pieces I have to use to make it make sense. This, as you can see right now, doesn't work. I tried it a lot and tried to shove those pieces over each other and use those beams in between to make it look like it was actually making sense, but yeah, it just didn't. So I used the same pieces that we had in the bottom of the building, and this in the end worked out. You can already see those pieces matched perfectly, as they should. Yeah, but by copying those pieces around, maybe you can see it. Yeah, you're going to see it in a second. This actually was the first time when the new gizmo was actually very helpful for moving those pieces. And I never thought I was going to say that, but yeah, in this case it definitely was really helpful. Concrete floor, yeah, you couldn't see it, but as I told you guys, I had to make the building a little bit longer so that those roof pieces would match. But in the end, everything is fine right now. So using a different path for our staff members to be able to walk to the greenhouse. Yeah, and the next part was to have something like yeah, those windows in there, so that the air in there could circulate, because you know, actually in the summer, with the temperatures that we have right now, especially here in Germany and all over South Europe as well, it is very, very, very hot, and in a glass house it would become too hot and too moist for the plants, so you have to have something like those windows so that you have a little bit of air circulation in there. So I built those and used those pieces that are actually from the European DLC, I think, for the signs that you could put on the wall, but they make perfect sense for this as well. At least it looks like it would make sense for those windows to keep them open. Yeah, the house itself is done, I think, and the next thing that we are going to build is yeah, some interior so that we could actually have plants in there and some decoration stuff as well. Yeah, actually for my first attempt I finished the whole building. I had those planters in there, I had the decoration in there, and then in the end I decided no, just delete it and make it completely new. And I'm very happy that I done that, because the second attempt looks so much better than the first one. But I think we still could do a little bit more in here. So if you guys have any ideas, just tell me in the comments what else we could build in here, what would make sense actually. So I don't want any butterflies in here or something like that. Yeah, we could have a walkthrough habitat in here with the butterflies and stuff like that, but I don't want that because I think that would not make too much sense. We can place them anywhere else. Maybe we're going to build some other greenery somewhere in the zoo, as I stated in the beginning of the video. Such a huge building where we do have sloths and butterflies and what else in there. But I thought about some stuff. That sounds weird, but I think it is correct. Yeah, so if you guys have any ideas, just let me know in the comments and I will be happy to make it happen in the next episode. Yeah, one more planter in here. And then we are ready to plant our vegetables. Yeah, and so guys, as you are watching me build that greenery in here, I think I talked about it in the last video, or at least at Litchfield Zoo's episode last week. I think we are once again pretty close to a new DLC. The last one is now like 7 weeks ago? 6, 7? No, it has to be 7 or 8 weeks at least. So yeah, there is definitely going to be a new DLC if we stay with the timeline that we had in the past. And there's a lot of speculation videos out there as well. So some are again back to the theme of petting zoo, so that we would have something like donkeys, goats, chicken, sheep or something like that, which would be pretty cool and which is definitely missing in here. Some are still thinking about birds, some are thinking about other different animals which are still missing in Planet Zoo. I'm always thinking of many monkeys that we still don't have in the game. One very prominent example is, for example, the baboon. We don't have baboons, which is such a common species, at least in European and especially in German zoos. So that is something that still has to happen, I think, and there's still a lot more animals that we are still missing in our zoos, especially for smaller mammals. There are so many of them that we just don't have in the game yet. And yeah, for that I ask you guys, what do you think could the next DLC be? Or what would you wish it was? And yeah, let's be realistic, it's definitely not going to be something like dolphins or stuff like that, because Frontier told us in the beginning, I think it was before the official release of Planet Zoo, that there's not going to be animals like dolphins in here, because yeah, Frontier thinks, and I think they are absolutely right, dolphins are not a zoo animal. They don't belong into zoos. Yeah, so that's definitely not going to happen, and I doubt that it will ever happen that we get aquatic animals, not aquatic animals, but aquarium animals, so fish or something. Yeah, in theory it would be possible, because we can already see it in Jurassic World Evolution 2, which is also a game from Frontier, so it would be possible, as well as birds, but yeah. As I said, I don't think that we will ever get marine animals like fish, shark, stingrays or something like that, even though it would be a great addition to every zoo, and it would be a great opportunity to give Planet Zoo another boost. So if sales numbers would go down, it would definitely be an option to push it back upwards when you release something like a game changer, which would be aquarium animals or birds. Yeah, but what do you guys think would be the next DLC, and what do you guys wish would be the next DLC? I'm very interested in what you guys think, and yeah, let's see who of you would be right. And there's also the birthday of Planet Zoo very close. I think it is somewhat in October, if I'm not completely wrong about that. So maybe there's going to be a new animal as well, because for the last two birthdays we got the red ruffed lemur. No, it was the black and white ruffed lemur, and we also got the red deer, so maybe there's going to be a new animal as well for the birthday of Planet Zoo. Yeah, let's see. Okay, here you can see I put in the plants: cauliflower, pumpkins, tomatoes, and also carrots. And I forgot something, because usually I wanted to have something for the pumpkins, because pumpkins don't lay in the soil like that. We should have something like a plant as well. In the first attempt of the building I did have something in there, but at this attempt I forgot about that, so I have to do that in the next episode or off screen and show you guys in the next episode, when we are going to have a look at what happened the episode before, if I don't forget about that. Yeah, and there's only one thing that we have to do in here, which is lights. That would be something that we definitely need in here, especially as we are somewhere in North America or Europe, and you need something like that in there, especially in the cold times in winter, when the days are a lot shorter and those plants need light to grow. Yeah, and I think with that we might be finished already. Yeah, and here we are in the real-time part, just having a short look at what happened today. And yeah, at this point everything else I have to say is, if you enjoyed the episode, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to my channel so you don't miss the next episode, which is going to be very exciting. And yeah, leave a comment and tell me what you guys think would be the next DLC and what else we could put in our greenhouse in here. Okay guys, so thanks for watching, see you next week, and also don't forget to tune in to the live stream next Wednesday, August the 30th at 8 PM Central European Standard Time. Okay guys, have a great time, see you next week, bye!